What is up, fellas? This is the Game Hunter with another episode of Vampire Survivors. Today, we're gonna try to use one more time Clerici to destroy the Reaper. This is a little trick in the inlay library, and I'm not sure if it still works in version 1.3.102. So, why are we using Clerici? Clerici is critical because she creates a force field with the Runetracer if you put her in the correct location in the map in the inlay library. You can call it like a bug, but it's super effective. It's super effective. And the other reason is because we have the Santa Water. And Santa Water is another interesting weapon that can create an area around Clerici that can protect her. Okay, so we can avoid getting overwhelmed by enemies. Before we start with this run, we have to disable a couple of power-ups. Number one is Magnet, because Magnet is gonna attract the XP orbs and we don't wanna grow. You might probably say, Huntah, that's ridiculous. Why you wanna fight the Reaper with only a level 2 character? That is because the Reaper increased the hit points in 65,000 per each level that your character has. So the idea will be to stay at level 2 until the Reaper appears. Once that the Reaper is on the screen, we can start collecting orbs, also the chest, so we can level up our weapons, evolve whatever we can, and get going. But what happens if we reach level 3? Unfortunately, the Runetracer is gonna stop bouncing and is not gonna create that wall of protection around Clerici. The other ones that we have to disable is Grow, because we don't wanna grow, and also Curse and Charm. Curse, for obvious reasons, we don't want to make things more complicated, and Charm because I don't think we need to keep adding more enemies on the screen. There is another thing that we need to keep an eye in this run, and is that the XP is going to start getting collected in a red orb. But sometimes it happens that when you destroy the enemy that has that collection of XP orbs, that might probably land outside the screen. And if that happens, you won't be able to grow when the Reaper appears, you won't be able to get this red orb, and things are gonna be a lot more complicated. So let's get into this. At the beginning of the game, we can either go for Awake or Twilight as a starting arcana and go straight for that green orb. That green orb is gonna help us level up, and hopefully we're gonna get the Runetracer right away. If you don't get the Runetracer, I strongly recommend you to just restart the game. We would love to save those reroll for the future. And this is the location, this is the position that you want to keep your character on, under the clock, just trying to align the right hand of Clerici with the clock, and find out like a sweet spot in between the table and also the clock. Not too high, not too low. We are trying to avoid collecting those XP orbs. So if you go too low, there is a good chance that you're gonna get one of those orbs for these chocolate monsters. And if you go too high, there's a chance that the witches, when they appear later in the game, are gonna get an extra orb for you. So you're gonna pick it up and probably destroy all the efforts for Clerici. Some of the things that we need to take in consideration is which weapons we will love to get once that the Reaper appears. I will say let's go for the Clock Lancet, which is very important. That will allow us to freeze the Reaper, and it's gonna give us some extra time to do some damage. Another one is Laurel. Laurel creates this protective shield around you, and you can be invulnerable for a few seconds. That's another very important weapon. And for the rest, I will go for weapons that can do direct damage. Let's see, probably the Cross. Another one is the Whip. Magic Wand is very useful also. And in general, weapons where you can focus the attack on the Reaper. For example, if you get the Hellfire, yeah, it's good, it does a lot of damage, but sometimes it's kind of difficult to control it. So let's focus in weapons that you can actually do damage and you have full control of the weapon. Now let's talk about items. Items, for example, armor is useful. Another item that is very useful is the empty tome. Probably try to get items that can amplify the damage, like spinach. And focus on that as soon as we are able to start collecting the orbs. I would recommend you to probably pause the game once that you get close to the 30-minute mark. Okay, the Reaper is here, and it's time for us to start moving towards that red orb that you're gonna see at the bottom right side on the screen. First, let's go for the regular orbs. Right there you can see the red orb. That is crucial because as soon as you take that one, you're gonna level up big time. Probably you can see that I'm trying to pick up as many orbs as possible, and also trying to focus in some specific weapons. For some reason that I don't remember, why did I pick up the attract orb? That is kind of confusing, but in any case, oh, now I remember. The reason for the attract orb is to be able to get the orbs as fast as possible. I wasn't sure if the red orb was at the bottom of the screen. That's the reason, by the way. Now let's focus in some important weapons. As I mentioned before, the magic wand is good. We can continue upgrading the Santa water, spinach, looking for items that can help me to get some extra damage, and also weapons that can be useful in this battle against the Reaper. When you pick up this red orb, you're gonna level up many times. So just take your time, don't rush yourself, trying to find the best weapons that you can get, and after that you can start focusing all the attack in the Reaper. Right now, as you can see, I'm trying to upgrade everything. Bracer is also very valuable. It's going to increase the speed of my projectiles. Empty tome. Cross is right there, but I don't recall why I didn't pick up the weapon at that moment. I guess I was getting too nervous, okay? You have to understand that when you're playing and you get to this point, you don't want to make any mistakes. Most likely you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, so just keep yourself calm. Bracer, magic wand, everything that can do some extra damage is important. I was looking for the clock lancet at this point. I don't remember, just trying to see all the weapons that we are trying to get. Laurel is right there, important. Spellbinder, fire one. I don't think I took the fire one. I was trying to save one extra slot for the clock lancet, which is very important, critical for you to be able to complete this. Right now I'm just trying to skip. Clock lancet is right there. That is exactly the weapon that I need to have. Otherwise, this strategy doesn't work very well. And now we can just focus on the rest. I mean, there is so many times when I try this that I start selecting weapons and then I realize like, by the way, Huntah, you already have 6. There is no room for the clock lancet. You need to start one more time from scratch. So right now we're getting all the clock lancet almost at level 7. Now we just Spellbinder, every single weapon that we can. Again, take your time, because as soon as this level ups and you're gonna need to start moving towards the location for the final battle. We're gonna get super close also to the 31st minute mark, and that is when the second Reaper appears and you have to be prepared. Okay, we already leveled up everything is maxed out, but of course there are many different strategies. I'm pretty sure that I could pick up some better weapons for this run, but at this point I just trying to do whatever I can. So now everything is maxed out. Now we're getting close to the chest, so we can start evolving weapons. That is another important thing to do. and that will of course help us big time to do some extra damage. Right now we're just getting free chickens so we can heal ourselves, and it's the 30 minutes, almost getting close to the second Reaper. And this is the location that you want to select. It's close to that frame that you can see in the background, and close also to the table. There's a coffee table right there, so that location is pretty good. You can try to be more tactical and try to aim your clock lancet as much as possible to freeze the Reaper. But I believe this location is very good. We have a chance to keep freezing the Reaper, and now the second Reaper appears. The other reason why this location is good is because you have a chance that the second Reaper can get stuck. You see, it's stuck with the library, so that is giving you some extra seconds to stay alive and keep fighting against the first Reaper. Remember, you have to kill only one to unlock the Reaper as a playable character. So it's important for you to just focus on that. And then finally, we were able to destroy one Reaper, the first one. Don't freak out. I know that my health bar was going down, but well, it's just one of the things that you have to have those nerves of steel to be able to complete this. You can continue going. I mean, I have a couple extra revivals. Another Reaper is showing up. This is the minute 35, but the mission is already complete, and now the character is gonna be selectable for you to use it, which is really good. It has the I don't remember the name of the weapon. It's the same weapon that he's carrying right now, and also it moves super fast. Fellas, this is the GameHuntah with another episode of Vampire Survivors. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share my videos, and I will see you. See you in the next one. Take care, everybody.